Good evening, one and all. Here is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. That's my call sign. My name is Mac, Mike Alpha Charlie, and I'm located here on the West Mountain in Hamilton, Ontario. And it's time for the Friday night ZOE Ragchew. It's a bunch of ham operators that get together in the local repeater and chat about radio-related things and other stuff going on. We check up on each other. Quite a community we have. Anyways, the ZOE repeater is high aloft above the Mohawk College at Fennel and West Fist in Hamilton, Ontario. And we're waiting for the clock to flip over to 8 p.m. and Larry will pick up the net. There we go. VA3IMW standing by.
Good evening, all, and welcome to the Friday night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Has a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. My first name is Larry. My location is on East Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net to join the conversation. Please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, your equipment, or what you'd like to add to the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VA3IQL, for the use of that repeater. Please remember, a repeater has a very good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. And last but not least, please let the repeater drop in between our conversations so others can get in. Can I get check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, please. I'll be back. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey.
VA3, Whiskey Papa Call. Chuck, Mac, and Chris. Everybody else checking in? Come on in, VA3 LBI. VA3NCA. VA3KDT. Let me flip back over to the YouTube stream here. By the way, thanks, Mac, for live streaming it again. I just wondered if any check-in from Bill here, but nothing yet, so I just wonder how he's feeling. Okay, this weekend, I guess tomorrow is the Berry Ham Fest. I'm not sure if anybody's interested. I'm not going to drive up there for that, but I don't know if anybody else is. I think there's a couple people coming in or leaving Hamilton to go up there. So I think it's actually, I believe it's a free entry, and I think you pay $10 or something for a table. I don't have all the details. Again, unfortunately, I wasn't that interested in going. Anyways, are there any other check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3 LBI. Victor Alpha 3 Bravo Tango. Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt. Before we go any further, how you feeling there, Bill? Much better. I was in bed for about 3 days in a row. Feeling much better now. Still a bit raspy in the throat, but I think pretty much 90% recovered. Okay, very good. Yeah, of course. The can't go inside too much because the heat's so bad and kind of trapped in the house. I've been avoiding because of the heat, but we might venture out tomorrow, so, but probably be an early night tonight. But as I say, just knocks the heck out of you, but feeling better now. All right, very good, Bill. Thanks for checking in there, too. Just wanted to check since you were there. And should ask, well, Wade, hey, before I pick anybody else up. Wade, VA3NTA, VA3LBI. How about the eyes? How you making out?
VE3 LBI, VA3NCA. Yeah, it's feeling better. Still on the drops. Supposed to do that until after my appointment, but I have that now, so I see the specialist on Monday morning. So we should have more, well, at least the next stage of the story. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so pretty good. Still a little bit of light sensitivity, but it's tons better than it was. So I guess it's going in the right direction. It's not red anymore either, so that's good. all resolves and it doesn't hold me up on the cycling I'm about to start doing in August. Thanks for asking out there, Larry, and back to you.
Yep. Okay. Very good. All right. Thanks very much, there, Wade. Anybody else checking into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. Come on in. All right. Top of the list. VA3CJZ. Come on in, Chuck. VA3LBI.
VA3 every night, known joke.
Okay, good evening there, Larry. I don't know if it's my turn now, but that was Bill. And I think this might be the first time checking in as number one. If not, it would be like the second time. Yeah, like you mentioned there, she's pretty hot out there today. Didn't go anywhere, just putzed around in the backyard with the bird bath and our solar fountain, and had to adjust it because the water was shooting out of the fountain so much it was draining out the bird bath. So, anyways, yeah, I did go out for a walk yesterday, right in the middle of the day. I normally would have waited till the evening when it's cooler, but I knew it was going to rain last night, so I went out in the day, went for my walk, and successfully made a trip. And let's see now, as far as going to Barrie, I think Albert's going to be driving me up there tomorrow. Back to you.
I think that may be Monday morning in the back of the truck there, Chuck.
I couldn't resist because, of course, that's Albert's neck of the woods during the week. And yeah, I don't think he's going to be going there. I think he already answered that question on Wednesday or some other night. But anyways, Larry, yeah, didn't have much success earlier today on the bands. Didn't really try hard. I noticed the band seemed to be improving a little bit now, but I'm still not able to hear some of the stations on my DX map that I want to get a hold of. So I'll just keep at her. Couple of contests this weekend. There's the MARAC, that's MARAC, stands for Mobile Amateur Radio Awards Club. They have a contest starting right now. CW, digital, and phone. It's called the MARAC US Counties QSO Party. So that goes 2 meter, 6 meter, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. That's pretty much a big one that I can mention for now. Back to you.
Oh, okay, interesting. The only reason I said you might be going up in the truck, I think he's pouring concrete.
Well, I better be one of those that has a spinning container. I'll get a good workout.
Right, no problem. Okay, thanks very much. I have a question. You said you have a solar powered for the bird bath. I've got a bird bath too. I was looking at something, but I can't get one that's shallow enough. They seem to be all fairly deep in the solar power portion. Is this a separate one, or does it all fit right in the actual bird bath?
Yeah, no, it's just a straight solar one that. If you look on the Amazon website for the solar fountains, there I bought the more stronger and supposedly stronger one, 3.5 watts. Now they've got them 1.5 and 2.5 watts, and so I figure, what the hell, I'll give it a shot and see what happens. And yeah, it's not bad, but you got to make sure and keep that water clean. If it starts getting dirty, you got to dump it out and. Just sand particles in general, floating grass, all kinds of things can clog up your filter. So you got to make sure to keep that water clean.
Yeah, my problem is the bird bath isn't very deep; it's very shallow. And the ones I've been looking at, I think some at the bottom of the specs they talk about the depth, with the solar power off to one side and the actual little fountain in the center. But I haven't run across anything yet. Haven't spent a lot of time looking, but I did check out a couple, and I think I know the one you're talking about with the different power levels. I did run across that one, but I think when I read it, it's not my bird bath is not that deep. It's a concrete one that I got from our niece.
Yeah, I kind of figured the best way, of course, is to have one plugged in because you don't get the problems you do with the solar. But buying one is super expensive. If you don't mind just buying a pump and rigging up something that involves a little bit of work, you can make your own, and guaranteed it'll come on whenever you want it to stay on and not have to rely on having full sun. Because I noticed if the disc isn't covered in sun, if there's any shade on it, it loses power. So, but anyway, you can build your own for cheap if you just, because they want like 150, 350, $500 for one that's already made, right? You can make one with a pump much cheaper.
Well, I'll keep my eyes open there when I get it. Again, like I said, it was just something I thought about for the bird bath. I have a fountain out here beside where the wife usually sits, and it runs. But I ran that one. I'm running that one off a 12-volt system. Well, with a step-down power supply. So, but yeah, okay, I'll keep an eye. Like I said, I did note that the depth on the one that I think you're talking about. I just don't have that depth in the actual bird bath. So, all right, thanks, Chuck. Who's up here? Mac, VA3IMW ZOE. Do you have a quiet drive home?
Boy, oh boy, did I ever. That was a dream. Yeah, I saw that there was a little congestion on the 401, so I took my favorite back roads and came out south of Puss Lynch, concession 6 and 1 or something like that. Anyways, yeah, it turned out very well. And as a matter of fact, the trek down number 6 between Puss Lynch and Clapperson's Corners was almost too rapid. I fell prey to the urge to get home quickly. So anyways, nonetheless, got home safely, no tickets, and I'll never confess to how fast I was really going. Anyways, yeah, good to see Albert back in town. He's got a lot of garden work and lawn cutting and all the rest of that stuff to catch up on. Great humor about Chuck in the trunk. Okay. Anyways, yes, thanks for keeping an eye out for me there, Larry. It's always nice to see a text from some folks down in the city towards the end of the day, and I certainly appreciate that. Other than that, tomorrow morning up bright and early so I can take the moving trailer back to Grimsby, and I'm poking around seeing what parks are around. So there seems to be some in the Niagara Parks region, and I'm actually looking up the park membership costs. And I don't see anything in there for a seniors rate for Niagara region parks membership cards. So I may just pull into a gate and maybe have an extended conversation with one of the young folks that are manning the station. So in other words, while I'm out in Grimsby, maybe it's a chance to stop into some parks on the way home and get an activation or two in. So we'll see how the weather holds out. I have battery all charged and the rest of the gear is ready to go. So yep, like I say, up and early go. Want to make sure I get the trailer returned to the Hitch King. Yes, I think I gave them a plug last week. But gotta say, the equipment that they're renting out for phenomenally great prices. Imagine that. You're going to rent a trailer for $50 a day. You can have it for a week for $200. That's way better than going U-Haul. U-Haul is going to charge you an arm and a leg, and they want it back in a 4-hour shift. So, anyways, I'm along for the ride here, Larry. Thanks again for doing this one, and good to hear that Bill and Wade are on the mend. I hate to hear about anybody else's hemorrhoids or anything else like that, but nonetheless, we'll keep it down to raspy throat and irritated eye. Thanks again.
Okay, we got to 200, but I think that was a little past the 3-minute mark because we lost you.
Oh, goody. I did it. Okay, it's Friday. Yeah. So, yes, trailer rental, $50 a day or $200 for the week. So, great job. And if you're looking for a trailer for anything, they have open trailers and enclosed trailers of any kinds of size and range. So, Hitchman comes highly recommended. Anyways, yep. Thanks for doing this one, Larry. I'll fill in the blanks with whatever I missed. Anyways, yeah. Let me throw it back to you before we time it out again.
Okay, Mac, no problem. I don't know. I don't see Keegan here tonight. Oh, he must be busy. All right, Chris is up. VA3WPG, VA3LBI. How you making out, Chris?
Hey there, everybody. VA3 WPG. Everything's good here. Slow radio week. Not much happened. Yeah. Just dropping a check into the net, one for the numbers, and listening along in the background. If anything interesting comes up, I'll bring it up my next turnaround. Other than that, for now, let's just keep it going. VA3 WPG.
Yep, okay, Chris. I take it you got your bike all fixed up. I know you said you had some problems with it.
Yeah, ever since I caught that loose spark plug wire, plugged it in, felt a little snap, we're going good now. I guess as last time I was doing something to it, I must have not pushed it in all the way, and it held in great just up until that point, and I guess the spark or the pothole is what broke the connections back.
Well, at least you figured it out. It doesn't sound like it was too costly at all. Just better pushing the wire back on, so that worked out well for you.
Except I already bought the new spark plugs from Amazon and didn't realize it was just a loose wire until I went down and pulled the thing off to switch them out. So I am glad that I figured it out. It was just a wire before I pulled all this coils off and stuff. Yeah.
Talking about that, I had a riding lawnmower when I lived at the other house. It had a little bit more acreage, or a little bit of an acreage to cut. And I decided one day it was a Murray, that's what it was. Yeah, a hydrostatic Murray. Had a couple of plugs had to get changed in it, and I thought, well, I'll change them out. You know, that's been run for a year or two, and I thought I'll change out the plugs. So I got brand new plugs, identical to what they were there in the machine. So I put them in. They were gas right and everything. Do you think it would start? Nope, would not start. Put the old plugs back in, ran like a charm. So I have no idea what's wrong with the plugs, but let's put it this way: the old plugs were in it when I left the house. I left that lawnmower there.
Well, that's interesting.
Yep, I have no idea. It just would not start. I tried everything under the sun. And like I say, they were identical plugs that were existing. So, all right. Let me give it a shout before I pick up. Who am I picking up next here? Wait, just hang on 1 second. Anybody else checking into the 25 Zebby Ragchew? My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. Come on in.
Victor Echo 3, every kind of junk.
Yep, I got you, Bill. You're at the bottom of the list here, buddy.
I'm used to that.
Okay, not a problem. All right, Wade, VA3MCA, VA3LBI. Come on in, Wade.
V3LBI, VA3MCA. Yeah, good evening, Larry, and good evening, everybody on net. May made it through another week. So that's kind of a nice thing, nice to unwind. It looks like maybe we'll get a bit of a break in the weather next week, just a little bit, get down to comfortable numbers. So that ought to help. Not much else is going on with me. I've been venturing outdoors into the brighter light, so that's progress. And other than that, just looking forward to taking a bit of a break on the weekend.
Have you been commuting back and forth to work, or working from home mostly?
I've stayed home this whole week. I am going to have to go in on Monday afternoon after my appointment in the morning. I'll go in the afternoon because there's some stuff we've got to do. Preparing stuff to be removed out of the computer room, and so everything has to be unhooked and stowed before the logistics company shows up. So I'm going in there for Monday afternoon, but it'll be the first time I've gone into the campus in a week. So I guess it was last Friday that I was last in there. So I will return back there next week, but I took this weekend, just worked it all from home.
Well, like I said, the eyesight is very important, and you don't want to strain it with too much light. It can be very damaging. I've had flash twice from arc welding, and boy, that's something. I don't know. You got sand in your eye when you close it, trying to close it because it burns, and then when you close it, it burns worse. So it's not nice, but like I say, keep the light. You want nothing to break there, especially if it's still light sensitive.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, you don't want to those flashes and things like that. That's not fun either. I think some of the remaining sensitivity might be because of the one drop that dilates my eye way open. It still looks like I have one blown out iris and one normal pupil. So it's kind of funny looking, but it is definitely feeling better. So that's progress, and I'm not complaining that much about it. So I don't know what I'm going to basically do this weekend, but maybe the grass really it doesn't need as much cut as I would normally have thought, but I think that's just because of the hot, dry weather. But it could use a cut, but I just haven't been up to going out there.
Well, I know my front needs to be done. I got to cut down some of the weeds. It's got neglected this year with other things going on around the house, so I normally pull them all out. But this year, it got really neglected. So tomorrow, I'm hoping I get the lawnmower out there and cut off some of the tops off the weeds. And I mean weeds. They're just taking over, and also what grass there is. I don't think we had really that much rain over the last night. Although this morning, 8 o'clock or so, I took the dog out, around 8 o'clock. And it was raining pretty good. Just a quick little shower came in.
Yeah, I don't know how much rain either. I didn't really take a look, but I sure heard the thunder. There was quite a lot of it, so it was making a lot of noise. Whether it was making a lot of moisture, I never went out to check. But I guess we'll find out in a couple days if the grass takes a big leap forward, and maybe, who knows, if we get a good overcast day, maybe I'll find some time to get out there and do a pass.
Oh, yeah, well, like I say, hopefully tomorrow. I actually forgot because the grandson coming here in the morning. Somewhere around 6:30, 6:45. Yikes. I don't quite get up probably that early anymore, but maybe I can fake it and lay there for a while before he comes in and tries to wake me up.
That sounds familiar. Just pause there for a second, let the repeater drop, because I think there was a double when you came back there. So I don't know if somebody's trying to get in back to you, Larry.
Yep, somebody else trying to get in here. Go ahead, VA3IMW.
Can I get a mic check? Over.
Can I get a call sign for the mic check?
Alpha Bravo 67.
Alpha Bravo 67. And where are you from?
Branston.
Lidville.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So Alpha Bravo 67. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Next up, we got Noel, VE3KDT, VE3LBI. Come on in, Noel.
VA3LBI, VA3KDT. Good evening, Larry, and everyone else on that. Just sitting
here. I got the soldering iron going. I decided to add a mute switch to my foot mic there and everything. So back on the handheld one right now. I was hoping to have it done in time for the net, but things got distracted a bit there. But other than that, that's pretty much my only project I got on the go right now. I take it you don't have the kids this weekend? Next weekend, right? Yeah, no, they get to spend this weekend with their mom. For the, I guess, get caught back up for spending the week or whatever with me. So yeah, should be looking forward to that for next weekend. Oh, good. Okay, so kind of a nice quiet weekend for yourself then. Did you put any air conditioners in, or is that mostly all done? Yeah, I'm mostly done with that. The neighbors around here are kind of getting a little perturbed. Helped one of the neighbors last night do hers. I got, I think, my bathroom one just recently done, and I'm still waiting for, with all the nicer weather and that, I have no back screen door. I just have the big, huge sliding piece of glass. It's currently on order. What, they changed the actual screen doors for it, like, or the patio doors for you too? Yeah, they did everything. Front door, back door, all the windows, absolutely everything. Front door is actually kind of nice. I got a little digital keypad, fingerprint scanner, and all that other fun stuff. So it was a nice upgrade. Oh, okay, excellent. I haven't been up. I did come up and see you that one time there. Maybe I'll get a chance. I'll drop up and see what they modified and changed for you. Sounds like it's quite interesting. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There was a heck of a gap at the front door there before, so there was getting a lot of cold air coming in the winter. With this should be a little bit better. The only thing that kind of sucks right now is just because how big the windows are. I got huge sheets of plywood, so it looks nice and ghetto in here. Yeah, I was talking to Brenda about that, saying how they had changed everything, so a little awkward now with the air conditioners in the windows. But okay, Noel, anything else before I pick up Al? No, I'll just be listening along, and I'm almost done here, so I might be doing a radio check with my next time you can pick me up. No problem. Carry on. Get her done. Okay, VA3BT, VE3LBI. Glad to be home, Al.
Hey, good evening, Larry. Oh, yeah, it's been a long week and a hot week, too, but yeah, I'm just glad it's over with. Thank God it's Friday. And no, Chuck, I'm not going back to Barrie. You're on your own if you're going there. I knew it was this weekend, but no thanks. Other than that, just glad to be home. We'll hand it back over to you there, Larry. VA3BT.
How was your run down home? Was it quiet?
The drive wasn't bad. I got a little traffic. Just like the 400 was good. Obviously, take the 407. Once you get to the 403, you know how it is there, but it wasn't bad.
Well, I guess I think it was this morning. I think this little town's called Oreo or something like that, number 11. I guess a truck come down and he hit the. If you remember on Highway 11, it's this double lane, but the center median is really just looks like a little fence post or whatever, fence post, right? I guess he tore the tire off, put a hole in the side of the tanker, and spilled, I think it was diesel fuel, all over Highway 11. And they were trying to get it back open. Can you imagine? They had it marked not to be opened up northbound until like midnight. They dropped it back to 7:30, and I think they finally got it open a couple of hours ago. Can you imagine the chaos trying to head up to Huntsville and that way?
Yeah, especially Highway 11, two-lane highway. Oh, that's a mess.
Well, they had both the north and southbound closed. And I think the little town's called Oreo or something like that. It's way down below Gravenhurst. But anyways, yeah, would have been I was actually looking at the map, and it was a mess. It was all black. Everybody's going down Ninth Line, trying to get around it. And that would be a mess, too.
Yeah, it would be going around that for sure with the small towns and the side roads.
Anyways, when's your next holiday? Sometime in August?
Yeah, mid-August. I've got a week off there.
And
then I'm going to a buddy's cottage for the other half of the week, 6 Mile Lake there or something.
You taking the trailer in there?
No, I'm heading up to his cottage for the other half of the week.
Oh, but are you taking the trailer to Selkirk?
Yep. Gonna split up the week, do a few days in Selkirk, and then to the cottage after that.
Have any of you guys seen Chuck?
Well, somebody else keep you up in there with a call. Give me your call sign, please. VA3CP.
I told you.
Somebody else keyed up with VA3CP. The other call sign come in.
It's a lid there, Larry.
Oh, okay. Well, nothing heard then. So what are you doing? Are you going to the cottage by yourself, or the wife going with you?
It's my buddy's 50th birthday party, so yeah, we're gonna go up and kind of surprise him up there.
Oh, so she's gonna go with you too?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sounds like a nice time. Yep. Where's the cottage at, Al?
6 Mile Lake.
Which is whereabouts at?
Up north there somewhere. 400, I think it's off 11. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been there.
Should I go?
Yeah, okay, no problem. All right, Al. All right, anything else, Al, before I pass her down?
No, we'll let you continue on with the net there. VA3VT.
All right, thanks, Al. Up next, VA3IMW VA3LBI. Bill, come on back in.
I'm here.
Yeah, good evening, Larry, and good evening to everybody on that. Well, since I've been sick most of the week, not too much. I haven't done too much. I'm going to try to look at my antenna tomorrow. It's saying I've got power going on, but I tried to hear myself on the web SDR, and I wasn't hearing a darn thing, and that was on 40 meters, so something's going on. So I'll probably have a look at that tomorrow. I don't think there's anything else going on. Oh, I get my photo kit back together, and now the band conditions are improving, and maybe get out and do some more activations. But as I say, mostly just taking it easy this week. When I went to the doctor on Monday, the doctor took one look at my throat. He says, "Oh, no, you got to bother with the throat culture and just, give him throat pain medicine, say, go home, go to bed." So that's pretty much what I did. So just one comment. For those people who are light sensitive, and I was just thinking of weight. I mean, I know his condition is temporary, but for those of you who are light sensitive, check out something called odd lighting, OTT. It's what's called natural white light, and even with my eyes being very sensitive to the blue light spectrum, I can read under my odd light for hours. So just thought I'd pass that along for folks. Back to you, Larry.
You said it's OTT, Oscar Tango Tango?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, something of interest. Yeah, now is that for obviously indoor?
Yeah, it's for indoor, and you can get in desk lamp, or you can get them in table lamps. I have 2 desk lamps and 1 floor lamp, and they work very well for me. As I say, it's my eyes being sensitive, especially to the blue and purple part of the spectrum. Odd light works well for me.
Okay, cool. That's interesting, yeah. I find, I don't know whether it's age or miss my eyes now, but I find if I come out of something, well, a pair of sunglasses on, whatever, go into a building or something, or shopping and come back out, I find it really brilliantly bright. So I try to carry my sunglasses all the time with me when I'm, in and out of buildings, coming, from the car to the building.
Yeah, Roger, well, I've gone through that all my life, so I certainly can understand it. For me, it's to the point where sometimes it almost like hurts my eyes, and I've just got to completely shut them. But I do know that as you get older, you lose some of the pigment from your eyes, which makes them become more light sensitive as well.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that information. Anything else before I pass her down?
No, that's it for now. Just I'm happy just to be listening along, Larry, and thanks for doing it.
Well, I must say you sound a lot better than you did last weekend. I'm not sure what day it was, but you were sounding absolutely terrible, so the voice is coming back. All right, let's pick up the next bill, VE3EKJ. Come on in, Bill, VE3LBI.
VA3LBI, VA3EKJ returning. Okay, not much new at this end. It seems it's either raining or it's too darn hot. And I got a lot of yard work I should be doing. My backyard looks like an old 1960s British sci-fi movie called Day of the Triffids. I doubt if too many of us besides Bill IUK will remember that one. But amongst other things, one part of the plot was that these giant plant monsters were going after people and eating them. Sort of like mobile children of the corn, I guess. So sometimes in the morning I'm able to get a couple of bags cut down and out for pickup by the curb. But it seems to get altogether a bit too hot for me, too fast. Anyhow, still haven't got my POTA gear together. But as I say, with the heat and everything, I haven't pushed it too much. But hopefully I'll get there before the snow flies. Other than that, as usual, I'm pretty boring there, Larry. V3LBI, V3KJ.
Well, I have to agree with you. Yesterday was hotter than today. It was full sun. I think I reached here, well, let me see, what was it? The airport reached, I think it was 111 Fahrenheit. That was humidity. So it was pretty warm. I just tinkered outside. I got a couple of those Adirondack chairs. They were kind of out there for a while and got weathered. So I decided that I would take a portion of it and re-glue it and screw it with different size screws to put it back together and tighten it up. And I'd work about, 15 minutes on it. And I'd be sitting down going like, it was warm. It was warm. Today I didn't find it too bad. Temperature was a little lower with humidity. Not too much sun. We had a little bit of breeze that really helped with the temperature to me.
Well, cautionary alert. I'll throw something into the mix that might upset a pile of people because it sure upset me. It's pretty ghastly. I have some neighbors from hell, and you can't pick your neighbors, as we all know. You basically got to try to live with them as best you can. But to make a short story long, the woman of the house has started sunbathing in the nude. She's the last woman that should be doing it. Sometimes, I think, Lord, take my vision now.
All right, I think you've explained enough on that one, Bill.
Yeah, them's as shouldn't do. But anyhow, most of the time we get along simply because my bedroom's in the front of the house. So when they're in their backyard partying and everything, I don't hear anything. And we get along. Although, to make it worse, the music they play. Hours and hours and hours of Atlanta Morissette. This old guy just can't handle it.
Yeah, I just actually listened to a little bit of music today. It was a couple of things that were on there. Some of the older music that I remember back, can I say, late 60s, early 70s stuff, and I'm talking really early 70s. It was kind of enjoyable. The stuff that's out there today, I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, it does seem to be getting simpler. I can understand musical tastes changing, but the music itself is getting simpler, and now so much of it is done with algorithms, and it's all when in the glory days, late 60s, early 70s, artists still had most control. Rock had come in like a runaway freight train. And the artists had so much control, the suits just basically had to go along. But nowadays, it seems like the suits have taken over total control. And it used to be like, 20% pop, 80% every kind of great music you can imagine. But today, it's like 95% pop. And I don't know. Everything's getting simplified. And I don't know if that's a good thing. No wonder the Chinese take all our jobs, Larry.
Well, I can honestly remember, I'm old enough to remember when the Beatles were on the Ed Sullivan Show. I was never a fan of the Beatles, and don't shoot me because I was never a fan of the Beatles, but I honestly remember watching the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. The very first time they came on, I was at my aunt and uncle's in wasn't Scarborough, forgot the little town. Well, it's in Toronto area, and we happened to be at their house on a Sunday night, and they were on and performed.
Yeah, I saw that episode. I was just a wee little fella. Didn't realize how much, though, the world was changing at that point. You know, hindsight's always 20/20. But I enjoyed it, and my family got into it a little bit more than most. You know, like many guys our age at the time. I worked for a cover band doing sound and lights and slugging in the early 70s. All up and down Ontario, from Wallaceburg up to Hurston, Kapuskasing, back down again. Every small town, met some wonderful people. Absolute best time of my life. And in those days, didn't worry about money. You needed a job, you had one that afternoon. You needed an apartment, they paint it and clean it and beg you to come in. And now we've got progress.
It's funny you say that, Bill, small towns and stuff, but, you know, I don't know, I've noticed that people have changed, I think changed lately. I don't really have an epidemic or a pandemic had anything to do with it or not. Just a couple of things the other day. There was a young fella, I'd say young fella, he's probably 30s, maybe 35 anyways. Brenda and I were going in some store or whatever, and he held the door open for us. It was like, oh, okay. You know, little things like that. So I don't know if things were coming back around again. You know, remember they butt in front of you and take off, or don't bother holding the door or whatever. But little things like that I've noticed. I guess maybe it's my age.
Well, yeah, there was. You're right. I think it might have been COVID or something. And also, you know, the world changed when moms had to go out to work. So the kids wind up, you know, they're only really raised by their teachers, which is not the way it should work. And what happens, of course, is that simple things like basic social manners and courtesy disappear because there's nobody to teach them. And, you know, so you wind up with social changes. I don't know what the answer is. You know, I always smile. I'll hear politicians saying, we got to get our birth rate up. We can't import enough immigrants into the country, you know, so we got to do it ourselves and have more children. But people have as many as they can afford. What the politicians don't like to talk about is that nobody's got the money to have more kids, you know, so everybody seems to be just sort of faking denial.
Yeah, I have to agree with you with that too, Bill, for sure. Yeah, it's the society's gone too fast, and things have moved around too fast. You're right. It's a two home income now, and all the rest of it. Anyway, I got Dave in the wings here waiting, so let me pick him up, and we'll get back at it in a few minutes. VA3CP, VE3LBI. Come on in, Dave. VE3LBI.
Hey, good evening, Larry. VA3LBI, VA3CP. I missed most of what was going on earlier on because we had some server problems here with the train server, and I had a guy on the phone about it. So got that sorted out, and then when I went to check in, I thought you had stopped talking or called for somebody, so that's why I checked in. But I've noticed a lot of the guys, I'm having trouble hearing them because they sort of go way down like this, and then they come right up and they're loud. So it's I don't know. My ears are not working well. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess they had a train derailment in Paris, eh?
Yeah, they did. On top of the Highway 5 bridge between Oak Park Road and Dundas Street, Highway 5. Good job it wasn't a quarter mile later. It would have been into the Grand River.
Yeah, I think I know the area because we used to go to Paris all the time because we were in Pinehurst Conservation Area. So Paris was our main location for picking up supplies and stuff. But I wouldn't think the train would be going that fast. If I know running parallel to Highway 2, and they're starting just right after that bridge. It's on an embankment. It starts making a big sweeping curve to go over the Grand River. And then it would cross Highway 24, and that's where you would come in from Pinehurst. You'd see the bridge at Highway 24. But this is before the train gets into Paris proper. It's not. It hasn't gone across the Grand River yet. Oh, okay. What would cause that, Dave? Poor maintenance on the track or the train? What would be something like that would cause that issue? Pretty hard to say. Most likely, I mean, I would guess most likely would have been probably a wheel failure or something like that. A wheel may have broken, or who knows? Kids may have put something on the tracks. You just never know. I think they said they had an engine come off too. I think it was two engines. They had an engine come off, but unfortunately, nothing was spilled. I'm not sure what they were carrying, but they said there was no spillage. Yeah, well, it's train 383 westbound. That's a general merchandise train, so we could have just about anything on it, but usually doesn't have special dangers on it. Yep. Okay, Dave. We seem to have an interruption for a minute here. Yeah. Well, fix that. All right. I'll let you carry on with the net. And what have I missed? Anything important? No, Mac timed out the repeater. Oh, well, that's a given. All right. Let's run it back out to me before I do. Any other check-ins for the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VA3IMW. Now we'll try again. Anybody else checking into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VA3IMW. VA3IMW. Good evening, Steve. You just finishing work, or did you have the day off?
Good evening, Larry, and everybody on the net here. I work today. I work 7 to 4. And just listening along to the net here. I've been listening for about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. So, I'm off this weekend. I don't even know what shift I have Monday. I gotta look, but that's in the distance there. We're just looking forward to Saturday and Sunday right now. So, but that's about it though for now there, Larry. What's new with you?
Yep. Okay, Steve. You're not quite in the sweet spot for me, but I picked up everything you were saying there. So, nice to have the weekend off. I always enjoyed my weekends when I could. All right, we're running back up to the top. What time we got here? 12 minutes to. All right, Chuck, VA3CJZ. What else you got for us tonight, Chuck?
VE3LBI, VA3CJZ. Let's see now. First, I'd like to comment on what Bill said about Canadians not having as many children as we need. And I agree. People are only able to afford, to have so many kids. It's it's not cheap. I remember a friend of mine when I worked in the carnival. He was an American, and I don't think he had insurance, right? And he said he owed he still owed money on his kid. Sorry. He said he still owed 10 grand on his kid. So I thought that was funny. But anyways, I was just looking at the calendar, and next weekend is the beginning of the end of summer. Next week. weekend, of course, I'm talking about the August 1st civic holiday weekend. And so once that rolls around, it's not too long until September rolls around and the colder weather. So, yeah, I think that's it there. Larry, back to you.
What actual day is the holiday coming up, Chuck?
Well, Larry, the 1st is next Friday. So I think everyone's going to be taking the Monday off. Maybe swing over to Mac there and have him let you know what the official days. I've been out of the work game a long time. So I do believe all the holidays are usually on a Monday.
Mac, you got 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Fill us in.
All right, consider yourself a pothole. Anyways, I have no idea whether it's the Friday or the Monday, because I was just talking about doing a project at work, and somebody said, "Oh, it's a long weekend," and I thought, "Oh, that's good news," but I have no idea which one it is. But bear in mind, I'll look it up, and for the Sunday night, I'll let everybody know what I can find out. Obviously, the official date would be the 1st, and when the commercial shutdown occurs, could be either or. Anyways, and I think this is also the one that is not necessarily observed by everybody. They call it the civic holiday, and if you get other floaters, then businesses aren't required to recognize the day. So this one's a little bit dicey. So let me do some research, and I'll get back to you Sunday night.
Yeah, okay, Mac. I know. I think, if I remember rightly, a few years ago, when I was in the employment field, I think we also took that. We didn't take that day. We actually packed it into Christmas.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. If your company observes additional floaters, then civic holiday, you're not required to observe that. So yeah, that's kind of the pluses and minuses. I think the same thing goes with Family Day, right? Family Day, if you get a floater in lieu of it, then the company doesn't have to shut down and give you that day off, but you can book it as your regular vacation time. So anyways, why are we working 4-day weeks by now? Goodness gracious. Civilization has come a long way. Yeah, it's I guess I'll be retired by the time everybody gets to the point of working a 4-day work week. But I know from past experience that working a 3-day work week, that's a lot of fun. Anyways, I'm taking up somebody else's time, so I'll throw it back to you, Larry. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Mac. So, Chuck, back to Chuck there, VA3IMW. So it's kind of up in the air. Don't know yet. It's either a Monday or Friday. So Mac will see what he can find out. Mind you, it could be up to the company to decide what day it is they're going to take. So I don't know. I haven't asked my daughter. I should ask her when she's going to be off.
It's Monday.
Who was that? Sorry?
Sorry, it's VA3VT. Civic holidays on Monday, August 4th.
Okay, so it's going to be on the 4th. Okay.
Hello?
There you go, Mac. So it sounds like it's going to be on the Monday, so you'll have a short week.
May the 4th be with you.
Hello? May the 4th be with us.
And next up, VA3WPG, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chris.
Hello? My name is Ligma.
You still with us, Chris? VA3WPG, VE3LBI.
Yeah, right here.
Well, he said he was going to be doing something else. So, all right, Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI. Come on in, Wade.
Right here.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. Yeah, I don't have a lot more to add right now there, Larry. It's been a nice way to spend the Friday night as always. Holiday though. That'll be during my 2 weeks off, so that got me an extra day tagged on to the other end, so that worked out. The only announcement I'll have is that here that I'll put out there for anybody who's listening and wants to become a ham radio operator. We can help you with that if you care to look us up. You can look up my call sign on QRZ. VA3NCA is my call sign. We'd be happy to help anybody become licensed. But what I will say is that licensed operators are not allowed to talk to unlicensed operators by federal law, and so therefore, you've got to join the club by taking your license and coming and joining us. We have a lot of fun, a lot of activities, and we welcome anybody into the fold. With that, Larry, I will send it back to you. V3LBI, VA3NCA. Thanks for doing it, Larry.
Yep, they're all put up there, Wade. Yep, thanks very much for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I guess you go back to work and get an extra day off. There you go.
Yeah, it works out that way. I'm usually not that on the ball to wrap vacation around stat holidays, but this time it just sort of worked out.
If I had the opportunity, I tried, but in most cases I didn't because it was more dictated by the company than whether I could get my time. So, but anyway, that's the way it was. Let's see how Noel's making out. He's got his burned his fingers with a soldering iron, and he's now trying to cool them off. So let's call him VE3KDT, VE3LBI. Hey, make it out, Noel.
VE3LBI, VE3KDT. I guess you can tell me. Consider this my mic check.
You have it not working right now?
Yep, that's what I'm using. Back to the foot pedal in the studio. So, and I believe I had to have my mic gain on absolute maximum for this microphone, which I've already done, just to be normal. So hopefully level's good.
I have no complaints here. I was going to say the only other thing that instead of the hot end of a soldering iron is obviously the only thing worse than that is a glue gun.
Yeah, I've experienced the soldering iron burn pretty good actually before, especially when all that switched to the lead-free solder and having to use the soldering irons at somewhere near the temperature of the sun just to get it to work.
Nothing like trying to peel off that glue gun's glue off your fingers because it's still sticky and you try to touch it and it burns down 2 fingers instead of 1. And you don't know what to do with it trying to peel it off.
Oh yeah, thankfully I've never done the glue gun one. That sounds absolutely horrific. Actually, really sorry about that.
And the spider webs. That's the other thing you get with it too.
Yeah, that's putting the glue everywhere with the thing. It's kind of a pain. But yeah, no, thanks for helping me out with the mic check. That was again kind of the end of that one. I do have another project that I'm kind of thinking of, but I think I might post that on Discord instead.
Yep. Anybody's comments on Noel's audio there? He's just hooked up, I think, a foot pedal to the a different microphone.
Nice and crisp. Yeah, that's quite admirable. So, is this a like a studio mic, or are you running through a mixer board? What's going on?
It's a kind of a cheaper knockoff of a studio mic. So, well, I mean, it was still decent money, but I think it's the copy of like the $500 one for like $40 or $50 I think is what I paid. It's just a dynamic mic which my radio supports just natively. So I didn't need to run any like mixer or a preamp or anything else for it. But it also has USB out, so you can use it as a an audio device for a computer if I wanted to mix it in that way. But it's just running direct into my radio. I was kind of using it before, but it got snagged there, and I didn't do a proper solder job, probably for reasons mentioned before. But yeah, so it's actually a pretty solid one now.
Yeah, I got to say the subtleties of the vocal nuances, very, very, like I say, dynamic. No muffling. Like I said, very sharp. Yeah, it sounds like you, 100% like you.
Well, thank you very much. I will, yeah. All right. Yeah, I get back to you there, Larry.
Yep, no, sounds good. All right. What are we doing here with time? Oh, we're at 9 o'clock. All right, let's just pick up L, and then we'll run down the list, and then we'll do a 7-3. VA3BT, VE3LBI. Al, anything else to add?
No, not a whole lot here. Just trying to stay awake here. All right, just nodding off here. But no, we'll let you finish up the net there, Larry. VA3BT.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I understand. Bill, VE3UK, VE3LBI. Anything else before we do a 7-3, Brown Bill?
No, not that I can think of. Probably an early night for me. I think another good night's sleep will do me good. Once the throat started clearing up, I developed a bit of a cough, but it started to go away, and it sort of kept me awake last night. So I think probably turn in early tonight and maybe try to get some stuff done tomorrow. So no, the audio sounds very good. Excellent. Nice dynamic range as well. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, thanks, Bill. Bill, VE3EKJ. Bill, anything else before I do a 7-3 round?
Nope. All I can comment on is that I didn't get my naps today, so I don't know if I'll have the energy to get to sleep tonight.
Okay, Bill. Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. Anything else before we do a 7-3?
For me, Larry, VA3CP.
Yep, I say anything else before we do a 7-3 round? Nope. Nothing more to comment on. Carry on, VA3CP. Okay, VA3NFT. Steve, anything else before we do a 7-3 round?
No, that's all for now there, Larry. I'm downstairs in the shack here, 6 feet below ground here, so I don't know if I'm even making it there, but no, that's all I got for now, Larry. Carry on.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Yeah, you are. I can make you up, no problem. Okay, folks, let's run her down. VA3CJZ, VE3LBI, 7-3.
Yeah, hey Larry, VA3CJZ. I've got a quick question though. When we were talking about Noel and the microphone and that, it got me thinking. I was researching radios and microphones, and I came across something that said if you're using a studio mic, they recommend using on an ICOM radio to use a condenser mic. And on a Yaesu radio, they recommend using a dynamic mic. Now, I'm wondering if anybody here has any ICOM radios that they're running a dynamic studio mic as opposed to the recommended condenser mic.
Personally, I do not. I'm running the recommended. I'm running that, Heil ICM. Matches the ICOM 7300 to the T. But it's a deaf mic. I have it on a boom, but I am not. And I don't know even, actually, you know who might be able to answer a bit more about that is Dave. I think he's had a little bit of, I think that. Let me do the 7-3. We'll keep it open for a minute after. Is that okay with you, Chuck?
Yeah. It just popped into my head there. I was wondering if anybody was running that. Okay, thanks for running this net, Larry. Good job, and we'll talk soon. VA3CJZ.
I'll tell you what, I do have a comment after. I'm just thinking about something I was running. Mac, VA3MW, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3.
Alrighty. Thanks for everybody checking in tonight. Certainly appreciate hearing from everybody. Chuck's question, well-founded. The first thing that popped into my head is everybody's favorite ham, VA3 CDV. Cross-pollinating microphones across radio brands, not a good practice. And if you try to hurt everybody's ears with repetitive mic trials, there's going to be a posse out there hunting for you. Anyways, thanks again, Larry. All the best.
Yep, okay, no problem there, Mac. Chris, VA3WPG, VE3LBI. We're just doing a 7-3 round, Chris.
VA3WPG. I once tried to put the Yaesu microphone 8100R into the ICOM 705 MKG2, and it put the ICOM in a rapid switch between receive, transmit, receive, transmit, receive, transmit. I did not try plugging the ICOM microphone into this radio, but that is a result of switching a Yaesu with an ICOM. Other than that, 73, and good evening only to the people that are legally licensed. VA3WPG.
Okay, thanks, Chris. VA3NCA, VE3LBI. Doing a 7-3 round.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. Yeah, thanks again for doing it there. Yeah, I think there's a certain amount of electrical interfacing you need to do to put a dynamic on an ICOM. Basically, I think it involves blocking the voltage on a dynamic mic with a capacitor. There are adapters. In fact, a ham Mark, I'm blanking on his call sign, N5 something. Anyways, he runs Halibut Electronics, and he set up something called the open headset interconnect standard. And this is a little box that standardizes on one single mic format and headset format, so that you just buy the appropriate plug to go to your radio, and then you can swap your headsets. If anybody's interested, you could take a look at it. It's the OHIS, the Open Headset Interconnect Standard, and it's by Halibut Electronics, which is Mark's company. So it looks like a kind of a cool little device. I don't have one, but I understand it's quite an interesting little device. Anyways, this is a long 7-3, so I will cut it here and say 7-3 all. Thanks for doing it, Larry. VE3LBI, VA3NCA. I'll be clear.
Okay, thanks, Wade. If you got a second, why don't you throw in the YouTube stream so people can always pick it up later? If you have a second and you have the information.
Yeah, will do. And I'll put because YouTube won't let me put a link in, but I'll put the link in Discord, and I'll put the name of it in the YouTube channel. Thanks for that, Larry. VA3NCA.
Yep, okay, thanks, Wade. Noel, VE3KDT, VE3LBI. Just doing a 7-3 round, Noel.
Yeah, I can say my 7-3, but I don't know if you want me to unpack this now or after you close the net. That original question was from me posting, I think, in one of the nets as a comment. I was mentioning that the most common ICOM or the most popular ICOM and Yaesu radios right now. Anyways, I can say more, but I'll just let you know if you want me to start it now or later.
Sorry, I'm not following along. You had posted something about this?
Yeah, the original question about the dynamic and condenser microphones. That's where I was saying that like the 991, the main popular ones from Yaesu pretty much all use dynamic, and the ICOM, they call it the 7300. All those other ones they use condensers.
Yes, okay. Yeah, we'll finish that up after. I'm just going to run through here the list and wrap it up, and we'll take that off topic after the net.
Yeah, no worries. Then I'll say 7-3s, and I'll be listening for that.
Yep, okay, no problem. No. Al, VA3BT, VE3LBI, wake up, 7-3.
We're there. Hey, thanks for doing it, and thanks for being there. And 7-3, everyone. VA3BT.
Have you finished all your antibiotics?
Yeah, I finished it up yesterday, Thursday, so we're all good.
Couple of beers and crash.
Yeah, I'll have one beer and I'll crash for sure.
No problem, Al. All the best. VA3UK, VA3LBI, Bill, we're just doing 7-3.
Yeah, it's a good thing you said about medication. That's a reminder for me to take my penicillin. Doctor said to take it until it ran out, so I better be a good boy and make sure I take that. Just quickly for Bill there, EKJ, talking about being so tired reminds me of the old fellow that said, I'm so tired I'll have to have a nap before I go to bed. 7-3 all, good evening. Everybody have a good weekend.
And you guys know like how I do like.
Thanks very much, Bill. VE3EKJ, Bill, VE3LBI, we're doing a 7-3 round, Bill.
Okay. And Bill's about summed it up. Any excuse for a nap is always seeming like a good one. The hot weather always seems to make me sleepier. Although oddly enough, it rolls me out of bed earlier. I guess the blood isn't as thick. Circulation comes up and I can't get back to sleep. I'm looking at a little cartoon here on Facebook. It's about a remake of Titanic. There's 4 panels. The first one shows the girl. I guess that's the lead in the Titanic movie. And there's a piece of driftwood. There's a cat on it. She's in the water. She says, I'm so cold, cat. And then, couldn't you, move over just a little? And her hand is just above the water, and she's reaching out, and the cat bats the hand away. Both seems to sum it up. 7-3's all. Another fine net. VE3EKJ.
Oh, look that cat.
Thanks very much, Bill. All right, Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI, we're doing a 7-3 round. Okay, 73, everybody, and I'll listen for a little bit of VA3CP.
Good.
All right, thanks very much, Dave. VA3NFT, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 round, Steve.
Yeah, right on there, Larry. Okay, yeah, good net. Just have to remember to tune in at 8 p.m. sharp next time. All right, everybody have a good night and have a great weekend. VA3NFT.
Yep, okay, Steve, enjoy your weekend off there. All right, folks, let's wrap it up. Once again, thanks everybody for joining in tonight. You guys make the net. I just write down the call signs and the name. Excuse me.
Write down Alpha Bravo.
I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IGL, for use as that repeater. And with that, my call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo Indio, and I'll turn the repeater back over to normal use. Before I finish up there, Chuck was asking that question about the ICOMs with the condenser mic and the dynamic. I'm going to drop the mic for a minute, or drop the repeater for a minute, Chuck, and I'll get back to you. I bought a headset, a Heil headset. I think it was the Pro 6 or something, Pro Elite, whatever. It had a dynamic microphone in it. When I ordered it from, what was the other name of the company that's not Radio World that was out there, and I can't think of it offhand. When I ordered it, somehow the order got mixed up, and it was going on my 7300, and it ended up with a dynamic mic in it. Just a small one, because it was the foot pedal with the headset, and it sounded terrible, absolutely disgusting. You could not get this audio to work properly out of it. Durham Radio.
Yeah, very good there, Larry. I have no idea what did that sound. Okay, now I know. Sorry about that. Very good, Larry, because, I've been trying to research radios and microphones because I'm hoping to buy a radio before Christmas. And I have a Yaesu radio, of course. And at the moment, I'm using a dynamic mic. And I do have condenser mics, but everything goes through my mixer here, so the sound does get processed. But the only concern I have is I'm not in an enclosed room. As a matter of fact, my furnace is like 3 feet away from me. And so just being in the basement, it would pick up a lot of background noises. So I'm debating whether to get, buy a new Yaesu, maybe the 991A shack in the box, as opposed to getting an ICOM. So it's just something that I was wondering if you could cross. I do know that the condenser mic does work on the Yaesu. It's super sensitive though. You gotta turn it way down.
I think part of the thing is, don't forget, Chuck, you're not really running a power mic. These units are just a micro. Well, okay, sorry, let me back up. The Heil ICM I'm running, okay, it's not a power mic by any means. It's just a microphone. It's actually any type of adjustment for it is done internally in the radio. So there's no settings I can do with the microphone. It's just a microphone. That's all there is to it. And that's what's on my 7300. Now I've adjusted it to what Mr. Bob Heil, when he was alive, suggested, and I haven't had any complaints about the audio out of it.
VA3KDT.
Go ahead, Noel. I think Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, there was quite a few points made there. The difference between the two microphones and that, as far as using that for a studio kind of setting or whatever else. The one I'm talking on right now, I'm in a bedroom and I have a portable air conditioner on behind me. Not sure if that's really noisy for you. But as far as the dynamic or condenser, it doesn't really matter anymore. There's one setup, like I just basically bought a studio style mic that's like on a boom for being up close and personal to get that, better quality.
Is that for an ICOM there, Noel?
No, I'm going into, it's a Yaesu FTM 500. That's actually the reason I kind of started it. I was on the AliExpress kind of deals page, and there was a condenser microphone that I was going to use with my sound card that's on my desk. But I thought maybe I could get away with putting that into my radio, and that's when I discovered the whole dynamic and condenser thing between a couple of the brands, because that's where I started searching.
Yeah. See what I used as a condenser on my Yaesu here is a cheap one, so that's probably why it was picking up everything. I know there's a ham that lives close to me there, and when he talks on sideband, I don't know what he's got going on there, but all you hear is the room noise. There's never, how sideband's supposed to go up and down. His signal stays solid the entire time, so his microphone is picking up a lot. I'm pretty sure that's a condenser mic. So that's just one of the things I'm trying to consider, because we do use the furnace for quite a few months out of the year, and it's very close here. And I hate background noise being picked up. But like you mentioned, they do have directional condenser mics now that you got to speak right into the top of it, or directly on, like this microphone here, this dynamic pod mic. So yeah, just a few things to consider. Because I already have Yaesu. I was curious to maybe get those 7300s. They get really nice reviews. So yeah, still on the fence.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth anything to you. I don't know how to say the company name, but it's SDUCE. It's SL40 as the microphone that I'm using, and yeah, it's like pretty cheap as far as like studio stuff. It's on Amazon right now. It's actually on sale for $55.
Right. Okay. I think it's because I run it through a mixer board that it gets amplified. Plus, I got to make sure that the mic gain on the radio is turned down internally. That way, I can use the mixer properly. It's all a matter of processing the sound, I guess. But I do appreciate all the comments regarding the two different. I did read, it's a different electrical system for the ICOM radios that require the condenser mics. So thanks for all the input there, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, that's a wrap for the stream as well. We'll be back
Easy,
on.
easy. Chuck, you there?
Yeah, go.
We'll be back on Sunday night with the Lake Ontario Radio Club net at 7 o'clock. 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.